Now, of course, spectacular views do not make a great image. Composition is not about what you include, it's about what you exclude. Right, sun's just starting to go behind the mountain. Hi everyone, thank you for joining me. I'm coming out for a sunset shoot today. I haven't done one of those for a while. Been doing a lot of early morning shoots, mostly because of the temperature and the number of people around. And I kind of feel like I've been stuck in a bit of a rut, so decided to do a sunset shoot today. I've come up just outside the small town of Orito, and over here behind me is the Cueva de San Pascual. It's a small church dedicated to Saint Pascual, and it's actually built into a cave with a bell tower on the top and all sorts of other things. And then just down that way there, there's also a big statue of the saint as well. Now, I picked this location because I'm kind of hedging my bets a little bit. First of all, it's up high, so we got spectacular views out this way towards the coast, and that way is directly opposite the sunset. The sunset's over this way. We've got spectacular views that way as well. I can shoot towards the sunset, I can shoot away from the sunset. Now, of course, spectacular views do not make a great image, so I'm going to have to look around and see if I can get any kind of composition here. I may end up using a view of the church or something like that, but first of all I'm going to head up the little path that goes around the back of the church and just see what's up there, up behind there, that might work. I'm not going to go for a long hike. You can go for quite a long climb up part of the mountain there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to go a short way and see what I can find. Okay, I've climbed up a kind of a steep slope here. The main trail's down that way, because I wanted to see what the view was like along here. What you can see along here is this ridge runs out. The Cueva, the cave with the little church in, is inside that ridge, and you can see the bell tower on top, and there's also a lightning rod up there. Have faith, but buy a lightning rod. Now the problem is, because the sun's going to be setting over that way, well, that's where all the light's coming from, this side's all in shadow, so I'm not thinking this side is going to work, and the trail is taking me more this side, so I think I'm going to have to go back and shoot it more from that way. I'm also looking at the cloud sitting out there, which is where the sun's coming down, and I don't think we're going to get much in the way of a sunset. I think it's going to disappear into thick cloud well before sunset. So I'm thinking I might see about finding a composition fairly soon while we've got some light on the scene, and then see what we can do. So I might do something with the church. I might do something with the views out this way if I can find a composition, and maybe even out that way. We'll see. Okay, I've decided to grab a shot. Got the sun still fairly high up there, just breaking through the clouds, putting some quite nice light on this scene down here. There's a little farmhouse or something, then loads of fields. There's these reflective greenhouses that they have a lot here. There's also rows of green, I don't know if they're vines or what they are, and then the scene just goes back and back and back with mountains in the background. And then we got all that dense cloud over the mountains and the light breaking through. So I'm going to do a vertical shot. They say that composition is not about what you include, it's about what you exclude. Here I wanted to get a shot of this statue of San Pascual with the nice clouds and tones in the sky, but there's a big skip over one side, there's a direction sign for the traffic. So what I'm going to do is shoot a vertical orientation to exclude all of that, just with the little trees, the hill and the statue and the clouds. And I'm going to shoot handheld with a 50mm. Why not? I got myself up actually on the top of where the church is. There's the bell tower here. And the reason I've done that is because this creates quite a nice little bit of foreground. And then we've got some really nice clouds, rays, textures all coming through over there. So I'm shooting this wide angle 16mm with the tower on the lower third and then the sky out there and the light and everything at kind of on the middle, but on the opposite third, on the opposite side. We might get one more burst of sun in a few minutes when the sun comes out of the clouds. Might be worth hanging on for. Time to have something to eat while I'm waiting. There's actually some beautiful light on the mountains over that way, but they're too far away, and if I tried to head over that way, the light will be gone by the time I get there. So I'm going to stay where I am. There's some really nice kind of textured patterns in the bottom of that cloud out there. So what I'm thinking is when the sun drops a little bit further down, that might pick up a load of colour and detail and texture, which will hopefully look nice. Worth hanging on for. There's some really nice rays coming out in the background now. I'm almost tempted to quickly throw on 70 to 200, but actually I'd need longer, 150 to 600, and just capture the mountains with all the light on. But I haven't got the 150 to 600 with me, so it's nice though. It's nice. That sun's come through, it's got really bright. So I grabbed a quick shot just as the sun was coming out from behind the clouds. And I think all I'm going to do now is I'm going to wait, and in about 5 minutes, if that, official sunset is in 13 minutes. There's mountains out there. So probably in 5 or 6 minutes the sun's going to start to drop behind the mountains, and then I'll try another shot then, and I might even do one at say f16 or even f22 just for the background, just on the off chance we get a sunstar, because although there's a lot of cloud out there, the sky immediately above the mountains is actually pretty clear. It's a job to tell. It might be too hazy, but it looks pretty clear, so we might even get a sunstar. I'm not going to guarantee it because they're pretty difficult to get here because there's so much haze in the air, but we might be lucky. Right, the sun's just starting to go behind the mountain. When it gets about halfway, so when half of the sun is out and half of it is behind the mountain, I'm going to very quickly do 2 shots. One f11, probably about there, probably about a 30th of a second, and then I'm going to go f22 and probably stay at a 30th of a second and just see if we can get that sunstar. And I can blend those two later in Photoshop. Okay, we had some really nice textures and reds in that sky. They're fading now. We are, what are we? We're only about 8 or 9 minutes after sunset, official sunset, but the colours are definitely fading, so I think it's time to pack up and head for home. And I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, leave me a comment, hit the like button, share it on social media. If you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, so thank you very much. And until the next video, bye.